It was pretty obvious that this guy was going to be at SEC Media Days. Didn't really have to guess that Taylen Green, starting quarterback for Arkansas, would be one of the 3 attendees for the Razorbacks. Year 2 not only at Arkansas, year 2 of SEC Media Days. They did not give you a felt cowboy hat this time, but what goodie bag did you guys get this go around?
To be honest, I don't know yet.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
It's to be determined.
Okay.
It's to be continued.
I've been seeing some backpacks some of the players have had. Like an LED screen that had the school logo.
That's what I've seen.
Pretty sweet.
Okay.
If you don't want yours, let me know.
I don't know. I might have to keep that one.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. How's the offseason been, and who's going to catch the football when you throw it this year?
Our offseason has been great. It's been amazing. Just seeing how everybody, responds to adversity. When things get tough, Coach Souders and his strength staff do a great job of, pushing us to that point. Especially in that Arkansas heat, and we run like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon where it's the hottest, and people's drinking water, trying to pour themselves with water. So it's definitely cool to see.
What's the worst drill y'all have to go through? What's the worst thing? For us, it used to be mountain climbers. I remember those. They were hell. What's the worst thing y'all got to do?
So we got this thing called like 8 station, 4 station. So we got 8 agility stations, right? Well, you can do like sleds. You could do pro agility. You can do suicides. You can do all that. And it's like,
pick your pain.
Pick your pain. And you got to do all of them for like 4 minutes, per. I don't know how long, because I'll just be going. Because I ain't worried about the time. I'm just worried about, one rep at a time.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we have like competition drills. So we have like our own teams that, we have like standings. Like we have like 10 captains, and each captain has his own team or things like that. So we have like rankings. I would say, my team's not doing the best right now, but it's not about how you start.
It's how you finish.
It's how you finish.
Speaking of competitions, I know football, obviously you got a lot of drills and stuff, but there was a competition when you and Cam the other day, a little rematch in the NCAA. Didn't you come out on top?
I'm glad you asked, because we got the video. It's caught in 4K. I won, but he's trying to tell everybody that I ain't win. He won the year before, but I had to get my get back. I get my rematch in. So.
Coach told us earlier Ismail Cece is out for the year. Tendon problem, surgery, year's over. What kind of loss is that for you as a quarterback, and how do you make that adjustment with enough time going into camp? How are you approaching it?
That hurt me. I'm not going to lie. Not just him as a football player, but as a person, who he is off the field. He's always laughing. He's always, smiling, through it all. And just for him to, get hurt like that, you could see, you just feel for him, just as a human being. And, of course, he's really talented. But like I told him, God don't make mistakes. God always has a plan. And, you just got to, sometimes you gotta stay patient, and his time is coming. So that's what I'm definitely, with him on that, because nobody wants to get hurt like that, especially close to the season.
Arkansas quarterback Taylen Green with us here on the Morning Rush. You've got teammates. We got a teammate named Matt Jones.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard this the comparison between you and him. What do you know about Matt and the time he played at Arkansas, and do you see the comparisons and why people bring it up between you and old number 9?
I would say the one word I would say to describe him is a dog. He's a dog. We still watch install tapes of him, I would say, like, I see it, I see especially, how he can run and throw it, and, just for me to be compared to him, especially the things that he did.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, blessed to, be in that position.
He's one of the legends in our program's history. When you run as long-legged and as lanky as you are, like Matt was, is there anything you do or you think about in how to protect your legs? I know some players, some defenders took shots around your knees, and is there anything you're thinking about out there? Is it all instinct to kind of protect your wheels?
3 things. I would say First is instinct. Once I have the ball, I'm just out there, like I'm at recess, like I'm a little kid, just trying to score, really.
Yeah.
But the second is, with Coach Petrino's on me, if there's a lot of people, slide, or get out of bounds, don't take unnecessary hits. And of course, ball security, because at times I see myself like carrying the ball like it's a basketball, that's my basketball roots. But that's why I would say it's mostly instinct, but also I got to be aware, especially in this league, to protect myself too. So
Andrew told us in the offseason, obviously no longer your teammate, but I'm guessing you guys still keep in touch. He kept pushing Coach Petrino year 2. It almost sounded like he wanted another year of eligibility to stay around. You guys formed this great bond in just 1 year playing together. What can Arkansas fans see in year 2 of Taylen Green and Bobby Petrino? What does that look like?
I would say comfortability and experience. Seeing. Not my first time seeing things, not my first time, running the play. And I would say definitely my leadership.
Seeing an SEC linebacker run a 4.3?
Yeah, or a D lineman, or that's what I had to get used to.
Used to work here on the radio station with Tyler Wilson, who played quarterback for Bobby Petrino when he was the head coach. He talked about the mental preparation and the toughness mentally in Coach Petrino's preparation. Walk us through that and how that's been with him as a coordinator and working with you one-on-one every day.
Can you say it one more time? I'm sorry.
Just the toughness that he brings and how hard he coaches, how hard Coach Petrino coaches you.
I would say it prepares you, for the game. And it prepares you for, the next level because, the next level is a business, it's a job, and that's your job, is to, win games. So for him to, be so, really tough on me, at first, I was like, man, why is he so tough on me? But he sees greatness in me, he's, trying to get it out, and that's what, I have respect for him for that.
And the fact that he hand-selected you.
Exactly.
He went to find you at Boise State. What does that mean to you that to know that that's the kind of confidence he has in you?
I know for a quarterback, that's all you can, think about, is, he, from all the people in the, transfer portal, he chose me, and I'm definitely, grateful, to be in this position, and I know what I did last year, but I have a lot more, to bring to the table, and, he's going to give me the best opportunity, and, it's the best, OC in the country, so being coached by him every day. So
last thing, Taylen, because I know you've got to run, and Coach Pittman's about to talk. Taylen and Braylon, back. He's also back for year 2. You think about Mike, you think about AJ, the rest of that running. We haven't necessarily talked to running game. You bring in an element that not a lot of teams have, just being the quarterback. What's that going to look like in another year under Petrino, the running game?
Versatile, Mike, fast, downhill runner too, Braylon, people saw glimpses of, what he did last year, but, he's, hungry for more, and that's what, I like to see. I tell him all the time, I can see it in his eyes, when he's, about to run somebody over, when, back there, he's real serious, but, off the field, he's one of the goofiest people you'll ever meet, so you just seeing, how he, carries himself, to, his sophomore year. You got Rodney, he's, real fast, I would say he's one of the goofiest people too, but at the same time, when he's on that football field, it's all business, and sometimes he cracks a joke when everything is serious, and that's what you need sometimes, because at the end of the day, it's ball,
Yeah.
So, and speaking of AJ, we have a joke, we're cousins, because we got the last.
Oh,
name.
yeah, great.
Yeah, but for him to, come back, that's just what Arkansas means to him, and that's what I respect the most about him. He's one of the most agile, people I've seen, especially from
he's got some wheels too.
He did have some wheels too. So I'm excited, for all 4 of those running backs to display what they can.
All right, Taylen, we'll leave it there. Taylen Green, Arkansas quarterback, back for another year of SEC Media Days and our football team as well. Taylen, appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate y'all. Go Hogs.
BetOnline continues to be your #1 source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season right around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores. even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering information. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. BetOnline, the game starts here.